Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is your captain speaking. Welcome to Flying Solo, the dating reality podcast. I'm your captain, Captain Aaron, and these are my co-hosts, all former contestants on ABC's The Bachelor.
Hello, I'm Lindsay, and I was on Ben Flanick's season of The Bachelor, and he gave me the boot because he did not like my saucy English naughty personality.
Hi, I'm Anne, and I was on Jason Mesnick's season of The Bachelor, the very first single dad ABC ever had. And I got the boot pretty early on because I did not play well with the producers. So I was a producer's boot night one.
And I'm Jesse, winner of Bachelorette Season 4 and retired pro snowboarder. And guess what? I didn't get the boot. I freaking won. It's so good to be back in the cockpit. Let's get this shit started.
So a quick intro for all you new listeners out there. Flying Solo is a dating reality podcast where we get to know local singles and match them up live on the podcast. Each episode we feature a single, blindfold them, bring in 3 matches, all get cozy and comfy and get to know one another. Then we have the wing ceremony where the featured single will decide which co-pilot they want to give their wings to and take out on a date. And remember, the lead single is blindfolded, so they will have to pick their co-pilot based solely on their personality. First, before we meet today's single, we have a fan question from Becky in Cave Creek. She wants to know, which is your least favorite cast member from The Bachelor or Bachelorette? Ooh.
There's just so many.
Oh, a lot of those people are your friends.
There's just so many.
Do we need to recap that everybody's Bachelor cast here, except for myself, and we've got a Bachelor winner over here.
Winner, winner, chicken dinner.
And so that's where we're getting our background information from.
Oh, you know what? Ladies first.
Okay, I have one that sticks out in my mind. I'm not going to mention names because I don't want to
I really want to mention.
I'm sure you know I was on Ben Flanick's season. There was one girl that I tried to. I'm a girly girl. I'm a guy girl. I'm a good person, right? So I'm nice to everyone. Her excuse for her behavior was, well, I'm more of a guy's girl. I'm not really a girl's. Hey, if you're a good person, you're nice to everyone, right? Anyhow, she was just mean, derogatory, condescending, thought she was better than everyone. I tried so hard. Hey, where are you from? What are you doing? And she would talk down to me. She was just not a nice person. So
that was
Girls
it.
are catty when they're
do you know
competing
who
for
I'm
men,
talking about?
I feel.
Well, I feel bad because she claims she's a new person now. She's married with kids. I'm just at a different place
Local?
now.
Is she local? I think I know who it is.
I don't want to
say it.
talk bad about anyone, but she claims that she's in a different place now.
You guys are way nicer than me. I'm going to drop names. Go ahead.
Okay, I won't say any names either, but on my season, she went very, 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 very far. All the way far. I won't say any names.
And you're turning me on.
And it wasn't the person that you might think it was. But this
Deanna
person,
Pappas?
No, she wasn't on my season.
I'm not going to drop names. Don't say names. But.
Okay.
She wasn't on my season. No,
She fell in a wood chipper.
So our night, they did like a poll. I haven't seen them do this since then. It was a really weird idea. They did a poll where they were like, hey, who do you think is the meanest girl here tonight? And so everybody was drunk and they were like, write names down. And I wrote down this person's name. I don't think they read it out loud, but I wrote down this person's name because she is not a girl's girl. She is very well known at this point. She's very well known and she's not a girl's girl. And she went all the way in the show. It's not Molly, by the way, in case somebody's listening and is trying to narrow it down.
Great.
No, Molly's wonderful. It was another person and she was not friendly. Not at all.
You guys aren't fun. The whole point is to name names.
They want dirt.
I live by the rule. I wouldn't say anything behind your back that I wouldn't say to your face. And Ann will tell you this. My tree customers that call me to trim their trees, I have no problem whatsoever telling you to eat my ass with a spoon.
These poor old ladies.
No big deal.
Old ladies.
You know what I mean?
It's a lot of calls to trim bush.
Haven't you seen The Hangover? I'll hit an old man. Remember?
Okay,
Yeah. Anyways, with that being said, ladies, I hope you're all sitting down. I hate to burst your bubble. Graham Bunn.
Oh, yeah.
He was a player. He had a girlfriend the whole time though, right? That was not fair.
Though. He's so cute.
He is very cute. He's very good looking.
Take the old blindfold to the old bachelor pad.
Yeah, no one would
Due to
pick
be
him.
gone first round. Zero personality. Professional basketball player. Right, me too. All 5'9" of me.
So you guys are really good friends then?
Oh yeah, we're buddies. We play bingo and shit together on the weekends.
Okay, well, I'm so excited to announce we have our very first female lead single, About Bloody Time. This girl really blew our socks off when we were getting to know her, so we were like, we have to have her be the lead. She's just that fantastic. So Let's get to it. Introducing the Southern sweetheart from Savannah, who is a successful business owner and who likes mushrooming. So she's here to find a fun guy. She's also very family oriented, so she doesn't have mushroom for players. So don't truffle her feathers, boys.
Lindsay, these are the best
Welcome.
intros. These are the best
Stephanie,
intros.
welcome.
Hello.
So you own an optician, right? How did that happen?
Yes. I was going to college in Savannah, Georgia for psychology, actually at the time. And, sometimes life happens and I ended up having to step back and focus on, working and supporting myself. So I started in optics at a very, very young age, escalated rather quickly. I had been in a little bit of private practice, big box retail, and one thing you'll learn about me is I don't really like being told what to do. So I wanted to go the franchise route. And that's what ended up getting me out here to Phoenix from San Diego, actually.
Well, we're glad you're here.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Thanks for having me, y'all.
And you're international. Your mom's from Denmark, right?
Yes, born and raised in Copenhagen. All of my family is still over there. And then my father was raised in Chicago. So you'll hear some y'alls, but you might not hear much of a Southern accent.
I was noticing that you have way less y'all in your voice than I was expecting.
Yes. That word is the one thing that gives me away. They'll be like, "Oh, you're not from here, are you?" I'm like, "Well, what gave it away?"
Yeah.
So what do you do for fun?
As she mentioned, mushrooming. So let's clarify foraging.
Yeah,
right.
what
I'm also,
is that?
no judgment towards mushrooms either, But I love going up north to Flagstaff. Being from the South, one of the big things I would always do with my family growing up was going out into the woods, whether it be hunting, 4-wheeler, mudding, all that good jazz. And
So you're an outdoor girl?
oh, yes. 100%. 100%. If I'm off, I'm outside doing something. And I never knew you could find such beautiful outdoors scenery in Arizona. I really thought I was just coming to the,
I hear it all the time.
you know what I'm saying?
Jesse can relate.
Try to be nice here.
Furnace in hell. I get it.
Yeah.
over the
Honestly,
years.
I was a little scared when I moved here, but going up there into Sedona and Flagstaff really kind of made me feel at home. So that's where I like to escape to.
What is the mushrooming? Is that a thing?
Yeah, so it's
for
foraging for
edible.
mushrooms.
For mushrooms.
Yeah, so there's mushroom season in Flagstaff after the rains, and you can go get all different kinds of mushrooms, oysters, lobsters, all these cool things. And it was something I was introduced to. There's even they call them the mushroom Bibles, where you can take it with you and you can look at everything, make sure you're not going to
like
burn
Yeah, I was going to say, how do you learn what's safe and
Yeah,
what's
you just take
poisonous?
you take a little book with you and make sure you're not going to actually grab something that
Do
you will,
partake
see things.
in the psychedelic side of it? Or
You know.
you're not gonna say,
Sometimes it's nice to get in touch with, where you are, but few and far between.
Do you cook these mushrooms?
Honestly, no.
No?
I don't like mushrooms. But, when I was out there the last time, I was like, why do I like this? What is going on? I'm not going to eat them. I don't do anything with them. But I realized I kind of put 2 and 2 together. It's like an adult Easter egg hunt. And that was my favorite thing to do as a kid. So, you're just frolicking around in the woods looking for stuff on the ground.
You said you do something else. You get you've tried to find rocks based on what the inside looks like. Tell us about that.
Yeah. So one thing that I fell in love with after moving here was geodes. Cracking them open, seeing what's on the inside. And apparently rock hounding is a thing out here in Arizona where you can find them out in nature. And I discovered a crystal Bible that shows you what they look like in nature before they're cleaned up and, all shiny and beautiful.
Aren't you supposed to lick them or something to find out if they're geode, or did Jesse just tell me that?
Fellas.
To be honest, I'm not that deep in it yet, but if I got to lick a rock, I guess I will.
I swear that's the thing. Is it not? Did you just tell me?
All I know about
lick this and
geodes,
tell me.
I hope that's rock.
You have no idea.
I'll see you soon. Hopefully.
Only on our podcast.
I know.
So why are you single? You seem like a great catch.
Yeah, honestly, I've only been out here for a year, and up until the last 2 months, 3 months, maybe, I just have not had time for myself building my business and, getting to know the community, building my patient basis. And now I have the time to do the things that I love. And so I took the day off today to have some fun here. And for example, I'm going to the World Series tonight.
You've never
fun.
speed dated 3 guys in 45 minutes blindfolded?
No, but I'm always down for a new experience.
You don't say.
So shall we meet our 3 co-pilots?
Yes.
Okay, first up is Rob, the sexy South Southwest pilot whose friends describe him as the life of the party, but who truly wants to settle down. Welcome.
I knew this guy. That's all I do is fly Southwest.
All right.
They are my favorite. Just so you know, Southwest has my heart.
Well, we appreciate it.
Although I got kicked off a flight. Like
Guys, y'all are scaring me here. I'm a Delta baby. I'm a Delta baby. My mom works for Delta, but it's okay.
I'm the person that's like, what number are you, 11? And I'm 12 and I get right behind. Yes, 100%.
See, that's so stressful for me.
No, I love it.
Give me my seat so I can find it.
I like to show up. I like to show up and buy one upgrade with my whole family, and then I go in and save the whole row, and everybody gives me the dirt stare on the way in.
We know
my
we know your
gosh.
type.
That's right.
So, Rob, tell us about yourself.
Well, I grew up in Pennsylvania. Went to Air Force Academy out in Colorado. Flew F-16s for the Air Force for a couple years.
Thank you for your service.
Appreciate it.
Thank
Lived
you.
in Italy. Lived in Destin.
Wow.
Moved to Texas for about 10 years. I still have a place in Austin. I'm actually flying there tonight, so I got to check on it because my renter's
No crash pad for you.
Kind
You
of
get to go right home.
just a little bitch. And then I'm going to Mexico on Thursday. So
What part?
For work or for fun?
it's my birthday.
Oh, happy
birthday.
birthday. Where in Mexico?
I got a place down in Tulum.
Oh, nice.
Very nice.
Wow, you got a place in Austin?
Yeah, are you
Tulum?
looking to adopt an adult?
Simmer down,
Remember,
Ann.
free
Simmer
flying.
down.
I'm sure there's
flying,
plenty of
that's
shrooms in Mexico to be found.
I'm sure we'll find something.
Do you have a good sense of humor about being a pilot? You know, there's so many pilot jokes. And
I'm probably the brunt of most of the jokes.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. You don't work for Spirit. Okay.
Pilots have an extremely bad reputation of having big egos. Why is that? Why would you say?
do you agree with that statement?
You got all types. I mean, you got some people that are pretty mellow. You got some people that are kind of dicks, and you got everything in between. So,
Do you feel like if someone's a pilot, they'll tell you they're a pilot at some point
Yeah,
in the
that's
first
probably
30
the first thing
seconds?
they'll
Yeah, I
tell
thought
you.
so.
Yeah.
Thought so. I used to be a flight attendant, so I'm well aware of the pilots.
right.
Would you agree with that statement, Anne?
Yes. Yes.
Oh, yes.
Even in my line of work,
Well, you
I
know
can
that
agree
joke.
with that
What's the
statement.
difference? What's the difference between God and a pilot?
What?
God doesn't think he's a pilot.
That's
How do you know if
amazing.
you meet a pilot at a party? Don't worry, he'll tell you.
He'll tell you.
So true.
Awesome.
So what do you do on your day off?
I'm a professional traveler, basically. I vacation as much as I can. I was in Hawaii. I did Mexico, obviously, a couple times. Did a road trip up to Denver last month, and or that.
So you outdoors, Denver? You
Man,
went
I
up
like
there
staying
for
in nice hotels.
Yeah.
You know, I like to say I'm outdoors, but I kind of like staying in nice hotels and
I
everything.
agree with
so.
that.
You're making the hair on my wife's neck say woo, woo, woo.
I'm filling out the adoption papers.
Remember,
now.
She's getting flight attendant flashback days.
I was in the Air Force, not the Army. We don't go anywhere unless there's air conditioning and satellite TV.
Nice.
We just had an
Maybe
Air
a golf
Force
course.
person.
My idea of camping is the Super 8 motel.
Yeah.
Great. Well, do you have any questions for Stephanie? Stephanie, do you have any questions for Rob?
Rob, I'll let you go first.
Where do you work out?
No.
Or what do you do for work?
Nature.
I'll be honest with you. I am that one person that you cannot get me to the gym. But once you do, I will go every day. But then once I stop, it's going to take a heck of a lot back to get me back into it. I did grow up playing softball. So I am very athletic. I am very competitive. I did a few like beach volleyball or sand volleyball leagues out here. I'm more of a work my body out in fun ways than more of the weight side.
I'm gonna use that.
I know what
Truffle
kind of fun ways you're
finding.
talking about.
Yeah. Like, let me climb 1,000 steps up a mountain or, let me go frolic over there. But
Tripping balls will burn a lot of calories, from what I understand.
I did Camelback a couple weeks ago. It was a lot easier 20 years ago.
I love a good hike and all that. But, you can get me to the gym. I promise, but you might have to beg me.
I'm gonna use that from now on and help me work my body out in a fun way.
Yeah.
We can go truffling anytime you want.
Y'all remember when Zumba was a thing?
Yes.
Zumba, I was there every day. I love Zumba, but lifting weights.
We won't ask you to do it right now blindfolded.
I
That would
enjoyed
be-
Camelback taking off
remember
from Sky
these
Harbor and looking down. So, it looks beautiful. That's
That's
great.
awesome.
Good time.
So, Rob, with you loving traveling so much, where's the favorite place that you've traveled to? And why?
No pressure.
I like Eastern Europe. I lived in Italy for a couple of years, and
You did say that.
I get to go to. I was in a different country every weekend, but I think my favorite would probably be Poland. It's like a best kept secret.
Okay.
I've heard that.
All the people are beautiful. Nobody's fat.
Like in here, just like in this room.
And they're
already.
all really nice.
Your money goes a long way. And you tell girls you're American and they love you right away.
Yeah. Honey, when's our next trip to Poland?
I was just thinking that.
All right.
So, a fun question for everyone in here. What is the worst thing you've done on a first date? Have you done like a dick move? Like I'm watching Love Island and one of the guys was having sex with a girl and left her in bed because she was a dead fish and went to have sex with his ex-girlfriend. Like,
And she's on Love Island, the ex-girlfriend?
the guy is on Love Island.
I mean, good for him.
Isn't that bad?
think, what do you want me to
left her
say
in
to
bed
that?
And then went and had sex with his ex-girlfriend somewhere else. But have you guys ever had like a dick move?
Well, if I
that-
did something that dick, I probably wouldn't admit it, first of all.
We're like, tell us.
Probably just walk out as soon as they showed up because they look nothing like I thought they were going to.
You're a better man than me. I
love the faces in the background right now. That's amazing.
Let me ask you
Did
this.
you?
about-
I rode through a date for 2 hours after the same thing. I
that's
walked in and I was like,
that's-
"Oh, I just got catfished, but I'm a nice
That's-
guy. I'll
that's
write it
brutal,
out."
man.
I don't want to say all Southwest flight attendants look a certain way, but I don't see like a lot of younger. Do you ever meet like?
they used to hire young, good-looking women,
And they
but
just
now
stayed around
with
forever?
The DEI and everything that's going on.
Yeah.
it
Whoa,
just-
whoa.
yeah,
What's DEI?
diversity, equity.
Oh, yeah.
Ethnicity.
Bar.
I don't know. I know what bathroom I'm going to use later, Ann, so these are all questions for me. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, exactly.
What about you, Stephanie? Have you ever done something not too nice on a first date?
Not that I can think of off the top of my head,
you
but
ever
I've
done
done silly things on accident, like talk with my hands and spill my champagne. But nothing ever intentional, that's for sure. I definitely try to be as kind as I can be. And, if I'm going to do anything not nice or have any bad thoughts, I'll do that at home by myself.
Have you ever been on a blind date?
No.
Okay.
Serious,
Welcome.
serious
Yes.
relationships?
I'm sorry,
Both of you.
what?
Serious relationships? Either of you?
Oh, yes, I have.
Long term? Yeah. Yeah.
I would say 3 years was the longest.
All right, Rob?
I've been in a couple that lasted a couple of years. I mean, I dated somebody on and off for like 7, but I always knew that it wasn't going to work out, so I don't really consider
So
it all that
no
serious.
kids?
No kids.
Okay.
Never married, no kids.
Anybody in the room, kids? Anyone? Anyone? All right.
Great. Well, thank you so much, Rob. Now let's meet Ryan, the thrill-seeking home builder who's extremely active and considers himself a contrived goofball who loves to laugh.
Hey,
Welcome, Ryan.
Is this thing on?
Construction, brother. Fill me in here. I got to know.
Yeah, so before construction, I was in San Diego, so we had that in common. But I was doing dietary supplements with my brother-in-law out there. Pandemic hit, things kind of went aside, so we decided to close up shop, and I tucked my tail and came back home here because my dad's a successful home builder, and I got an engineering and landscape architecture degrees. So I've kind of always been training to take over the business, so here I am, and I'm learning it, and I've been here since November, and it's still pretty new. It's a lot to learn, but I'm excited for the future.
I like it.
So what do you do for fun?
Well, this summer, because I kind of just getting back into Arizona, low-key became a river rat. Just bought a stand-up paddleboard and just been going out there all summer, but now it's kind of getting late in the year, so getting back into mountain biking right now.
What's the river here that's dirty that people don't want to go
The Salt.
Salt River?
And that's where I've been
Is that
hanging
where
out.
you-
That's the dirty one. I was over here I love the Salt River. I love floating and seeing the horses.
horses.
You're like not supposed to fall.
The first time I went floating down the Salt River, I was with a couple of my friends and I got a little tipsy. And being from the South, I am not scared of animals. And when people told me there were wild horses, I said, if I see one, I'm going to pet it.
No way.
And so we're floating down and I see a horse. And next thing you know, I am going as fast as I can through that water trying to catch that horse so I could pet it. And I honestly probably got, I'm assuming, as close as I am to y'all, more or less. And then, it went up the walkway and up into the grass. I was like, I'm not that crazy, but I almost pet one of the horses there.
And then you got Hep B from falling in the water.
no.
No, I did burn my corneas, but that's all.
The next stop was a van parked down by the river.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm that spontaneous person.
So have you been in a serious relationship, Ryan?
About a year. I've been like a casual dater my entire life. I'm 38, but I've read a couple books now.
He's educated on dating. We like
Let me
it.
just say that was amazing.
I know, I love
Harry
it.
Potter's taught me a lot.
Effort,
Hogwarts
gold
is
star.
great.
So,
Whoa.
Wait, what
books?
Yeah.
I must know.
One's called Us. The foreword is by Bruce Springsteen, so that was impressive. And the other one's called Attached.
They're all about relationships?
Both of them were about relationships.
Okay. And you read these books because you were not having success?
Well,
Or
I
that's going to be my question.
Maybe your mindset was a little off?
I was dating a gal, and she gave me the book.
Oh, man.
Was it a...
Obviously, it wasn't a good read because you're here today.
I don't know what's worse, being given a book by the girl you're dating or a penis pump. They would both be
Oh,
really...
heavens on earth.
Hey, we're still friends.
All's well that ends well, right?
Well, do you have any questions for our lovely single?
Ski or surf?
So I've never done either. But
Professional snowboarder over
I've
here.
always wanted to learn. I will tell you that. So can we make a baby of the two, and can I pick snowboard?
Yes, of course.
Because that was my game on my PlayStation growing up, SX3, and it's my dream to get as good as I was in the video game.
At this age in our life, I always just suggest skiing because you're going to be on your ass or face the whole time on a snowboard.
It's okay.
We can do it.
We have
really good at it.
cushion back there, and I can have a helmet.
Yeah.
Jesse, do you think people can learn to snowboard from a video game? Do you think it's accurate?
Negative. Yeah, it is very much ass to face.
Yeah.
What is?
Let's go.
Snowboarding.
I'm not following.
I'll show you later, Ann.
Sounds like a few videos I watched last night. I don't know what's going on.
So Ryan, what are your deal breakers?
Oh, deal breakers. If you sleep with the dog in the bed, I don't really like that.
You're out, Ann. You're out.
Oh, really?
Do you have dogs, Stephanie?
I do not. But my
have you
follow-up
ever had
statement
dogs?
might narrow this down for everybody. Yeah. I grew up with dogs. I'm obsessed with dogs. I'm just, as y'all have probably learned, I'm not home enough for a dog. So when I was in college, I asked my mom for a dog. She's like, "You're not home enough for dogs." I said, "Fair." She said, "I'll buy you a cat." And I said, "Okay." And nobody expected me to say yes. So I am a cool cat lady. I'm going to tell you that right now. But dog friendly, walks on a leash and a harness, basically a dog.
Have you seen the videos on Instagram of people that have a camera above their bed? I've never thought about why they have it there.
Well, hold on. What videos are you watching?
Like filming what their cats do at night.
No, yes, the cat messes with their faces at night, and it's so funny.
No, mine very well behaved.
Okay.
Very well. They actually listen like a dog. It's pretty cool.
So do you have any deal breakers, Stephanie? We didn't ask you that question.
If you don't like cats.
Can the cat sleep in the bed?
I
Yes.
used to be a dog person only, but as I get older, I've actually been graduating slowly more into cats. So yes.
Less
Mellow, chill.
work.
Yeah.
Yes, they're
Less work.
snuggly, they're cuddly, but the first thing I'm going to do when I get my own home is get a dog. So I'll have a, two breed household, I guess you could say. Species, pardon me. Wrong
And
science
kids.
word.
You want kids?
Yes, I do
I'm
want
open.
kids.
Yeah. Okay.
He was
No,
looking
that
at me
works.
about
No, but that works.
I
yeah.
can't see, so I don't know when y'all are talking to me or them. I'm sorry.
Worked out perfect. So.
And I did have a question for you, Ryan. Have you ever done a dick move on a first date?
God, I was racking my brain. There's just so many.
I thought you were going to say you couldn't think of one.
Was that like a da-dunch or for real?
Can't see the
No,
sarcasm
just
of it.
dun-dun.
So now we need the top three.
Oh,
dick
God.
moves.
I know.
I mean, the most dick thing is just kind of calling it early, like just knowing, like, I don't want to take this any further. Because they probably lied about what their photos are or the year of their photo, and that's just the world of internet dating. I'm basically like moving on from that because that's no fun. But dick move, no, not really. I'm kind of a nice guy.
When you leave early, do you say like, "Hey, this isn't working out"? How do you end it early?
Just kind of like an abrupt demeanor, like, "Well, that was fun," That way it kind of lets them know.
Break.
Hey, good.
Check, please.
Yeah.
I can't imagine dating again. I would have such a scrutinous scanning process.
You've already
'cause you
imagined
have-
dating in Park City.
Yeah,
We
that's
talked about
true.
this earlier.
I would literally be like, I'm going to need to see a photocopy of your driver's license. And
Because you have such a high standard.
we're going to
right
have
now,
to
right?
FaceTime prior to this meeting.
Because it only matters what they look like.
No. But for what we're talking about here, you're talking to, 150 pound Sally and, a 350 pound Bertha shows up and they're just two totally different people. Like,
Okay.
you know?
And I do have like a devil's advocate question, right? I feel like y'all have all agreed on the fact that we've left a date if somebody doesn't look like they do on their picture because they look worse, right? Have any of y'all ran into a situation to where you had a girl come in that looked better than you expected? So like, for example, maybe a lot of her photos had no makeup.
Say today and you win.
No. Because where I'm going with this, right? You know, some people are makeup people, some people aren't makeup people, right? So for example, me, a lot of stuff that I post on social media or whatever, I never really wear makeup unless I'm going to a dinner, it's an event, or it's like a holiday, right? So
Like
if you,
today.
yes, exactly, right? But if you looked me up on Facebook, Instagram, whatever the case may be, I wouldn't be as done up as I am now. So would that have caused some of y'all to walk out as like a catfish situation?
This is like Love
That's
is
Love is
Blind.
Blind.
Love is Blind.
Well, I'm still behind the mic, so I'm not going to answer for the other guys. But personally, I like less makeup on a gal. So I would probably be more attracted to your Instagram than maybe in person at first.
No,
I don't know.
Yes, that's what happened on Love is Blind. The dude,
Where's
the
my
girl
makeup
wore
wipe?
like a bunch of
No, I'm kidding.
makeup and then took it off, and he was like, "I didn't like you with makeup."
Oh, no.
But honestly, that makes my life easier, so it's okay.
She showed up a year later at the reunion, lost like 40 pounds, and was there to kill.
I don't think she lost.
You
weight.
even said.
I don't think she lost
You even
weight. Her
said
hair
she
was
was
just up.
she was looking at him. Oh, her hair was up.
Made
She
her
lost
face
40
look
A
pounds.
little extra contour here
Good
and there.
God.
She did look good.
So Ryan, you're very family oriented, right? You have a sister and you seem like you're very close to your family.
Oh, yeah. Well, I should have probably started with this. I live with my sister. So she's got six. Well, he's about to be 7 tomorrow. So 7 and an 8-year-old, and she's single. So living there like a funkle, just there, take care of the boys.
That's awesome.
And I got a place out in San Diego, so I do like to make that my escape hatch. So when I gets too hot or the boys are too much, I'll just take off for the
You've
weekend.
got some tough choices. We got a place in Mexico and
know.
Austin. You got a place in San Diego. What are you going to do? Yeah.
I know. Is your sister older or younger? Oops, I think I just said that.
She's older.
Older. By how many years?
2.
Okay.
Yeah. And we're actually, it's Halloween today, so we're having a block party at our house, and all the kids will be running through the street, so
That'll be
should be a
fun.
fun
So we're
one.
invited.
Yeah,
Is that what you're saying?
of course. There'll be lollipops and liquor.
The 2 important L's.
Dude's living up to Funkle.
Well, thank you so much, Ryan. We adore you. Now let's meet
Thanks, Ryan.
Zach, the tall, dark, handsome Hawaiian stallion who owns an IV therapy clinic, teaches jiu-jitsu, and also loves to fish. And he is definitely a catch. So let's get to know him. Aloha.
Okay.
Aloha.
Okay, couple things I'm noticing here. Okay, I have some rules that I tell my sons. Never get in a fight with a dude with cauliflower ear because he will beat your ass.
Wrestler.
That's number one.
Fortunately, I have that.
So he's been training for a long time, that is.
Yeah,
then.
dude is a jujitsu wizard. I can tell you that right now. Number 2, dude's got arms and tats like The Rock. Not trying to give up any visuals here, but definitely Samoan-based ink. Anything else? Did I miss anything?
No.
Let us know how that first date works out for you after today.
Yeah. Hey,
isn't
coffee
over,
on me
boys.
afterwards, bro.
How are you guys this morning?
Good.
Thank you.
So you teach jujitsu. We were just talking about this. It's like a craze right now, sort of, right? Don't you kind of agree?
Yeah, Jocko made it
Yes.
pretty popular.
Like my 9-year-old daughter is like hounding us to go to it,
Yeah.
which I'm not against.
Our two
yeah,
daughters go to it,
I
and
teach
it's great.
kids, so you guys got to bring her in.
Done deal. This is your time
It's
to
here in
promote it.
Scottsdale, yeah, it's here.
Where at?
68th Street in Thomas.
What's the
next to
name?
Echo, Alliance Jiu-Jitsu.
Alliance Jiu-Jitsu.
Yeah.
I like
Is this
it.
your own studio?
My buddy's studio, yeah.
Alliance.
It's one of my best friends, yeah. I have my own business, and I'm retired from the fire department. So
Thank you for your service. Thank you. A lot of servicemen and women here today.
yeah.
Where's my thank you for taking you to Cleveland? I didn't hear that earlier.
I don't know.
Was that another pilot reference?
Yes.
So tell us about your business. It's an IV clinic?
Yeah, it's IB Therapy and Wellness Clinic, and I have an awesome staff. We have a lot of fun. We have a really good location, located in Old Town, so we have a blast. And
Do you ever show
know
up
what
and people
comes
are
with
just
that.
wasted?
every day?
That's mostly what it is, isn't it? It's people that are too drunk and then need to be rehydrated.
I'm being dramatic, not every day, but the weekends are crazy.
Yes.
No one's really doing it like we are. It's our location really blesses our business.
Because you're in Old Town by Whiskey Row and all that.
We're next to Boondocks and all them. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
We have an awesome location, so We get a lot of.
I would just stand out in the sidewalk and
Good
wait,
strategy.
like with your ID.
Yeah. Yeah. When they showed me the place, kind of right after COVID, I walked in. I'm like, say no more. Like this is perfect. So
Nice.
Amazing. What do you do for fun when you're not poking needles into people?
yeah,
training.
I love to train jujitsu,
Yep.
and then I love outdoors too. So I like to fish. I'm like obsessed with fishing.
Where do you fish in Arizona? Our family is newly obsessed with this.
Yeah, so I go summer. Saguaro's really good if you like bass fishing. Yeah, and then I go to Pleasant. I just went like last week.
Pleasant's great for striped bass. They
Yep.
got some whales of striped
I was
bass.
going to ask, what kind of bass do they have out here?
Huge striped bass, and then in the summer, like I was saying in Saguaro earlier, really big largemouth, and then up north where you like to go in Sedona and stuff, trout, and then my mom's got a place in Montana, so I get up there a lot too.
Have you ever been fishing on a golf course? Because
I have.
my
Funny
family.
story.
I'm guilty. Yeah, just in Scottsdale, I'm catching catfish out of the
monster.
right over on Via Linda there.
cheap? They use hot
legal or
dogs.
not? Can you actually do that without?
You can, yeah.
And I got you with a pimp cane. What do you care from catching catfish with hot dogs? Same.
There's some really big fish in these urban ponds, believe it or not. So this guy,
Jesse always makes up, like, he'll get caught. It is legal, but you know, it's a private golf course. So he goes in the thing and some old lady will come over and be like, "Hey, what are you doing here?" And he's like, "Oh,
I'm here for a birthday party. Mind your business.
He does. He comes up with the weirdest stuff, and they're holding their fishing poles and all their gear. And he's like, "I was just out here cleaning the turf."
Arizona's interesting because, you know, like I said, my mom's got a house in Montana and you're catching wild trout and there's bears everywhere. And then you come back to Arizona and you're catching fish in a canal and you're
There's Karens everywhere.
yeah, there's people running by. And
I don't know which one's more vicious.
it's a big contrast
which
for
one I
sure.
want to shoot.
Karen.
That's
Yeah.
why I carry a gun, people.
Did you guys hear about the lady who went fishing with 20 blokes? She came home with a red snapper.
Sad
You can't make this shit up.
That's amazing.
Zach, do you have any deal breakers?
Do I get uncomfortable here or what? Should I?
Yes.
Be real
You've
with
never
us.
been in a room with three dudes
Be
and
real
one girl
with
before? Come on.
Yeah, at the fire station.
I was going to say, you worked at the fire department.
There's a pole there.
Man, I don't love Biden voters. I mean, if I'm being honest.
I knew I liked this guy. I knew I liked this guy.
I know you never do politics on a first meeting, but I guess I'll go there.
Well, it's funny because I was like, if anybody brings politics up, this is the one thing I'm going to say. I choose to be ignorant in politics, and this is
Yeah,
why.
I understand.
I am a very opinionated person, and I'm a very vocal person. I'm not hesitant to speak my mind or my opinion, whether you agree with it or not. And I know if I met some old hillbilly, you know, at a bar after one too many margaritas and we start disagreeing on politics, it would not be fun for anybody.
This sounds like
So
our
that's why
last
I choose to
podcast.
stay out of that.
Yeah, no, it's a good thing to stay out of. I went there anyway, but
Apparently
I was
there's a
like,
lot of old
Copenhagen, Chicago, and then I'm like, oh, Georgia. So it's a mix there. So we'll give it a shot.
What about smoking? I feel like smoking is always a big deal.
Yeah, I don't know that
Religion's a good one to
anyone.
bring up, you know?
Yeah.
I don't even know anyone that does that anymore. That's
Everyone in Kentucky. I was just
really, I know it's like in the
everyone.
Midwest, it's big and stuff. I don't really see people that smoke regular cigarettes anymore, but
100% of the people we get to know for this podcast, that's a deal breaker, smoking. 100% of the people. They do not
Let's
want
go
to
with
smoke.
that. Let's forget what I said.
You know what I learned?
Cigarettes. Yeah.
I learned that there's a lot of old blokes at bars that should be on this show after today. This is incredible.
So what is your longest relationship? Have you been married?
Yeah, I was married over 10 years. I was with my daughter's mom for we've been divorced for a long time and we're good friends, but yeah, we were together a long time. So,
And you had a girlfriend in California and you broke up because she wanted you to move to California, but you wouldn't because you wanted to stay close to your daughter, correct?
my daughter's my homie. I'm not leaving.
That a
her.
boy. That a boy.
I would never do that for a female.
Non-negotiable.
No.
That's non-negotiable.
Good for you.
I would be upset if I found out you did that. So.
Absolutely. I mean, to even ask me that, it's kind of.
Are you open for more kids?
Yeah, I wouldn't mind having one more.
Yeah.
How old are you?
I turn 45 next month. So, yeah.
You don't look like you could be 45.
Right?
Take it
so
easy,
young. He looks
man.
like
Take it
he's in his
easy.
20s.
Jesse looks like he could be 45 and he's not.
The struggle is real.
So have you done a dick move on a first date? What's the worst thing you've done on a first date?
You know, I was reflecting on that when you guys were talking about it. I haven't really that bad. I had one incident where I agree with you guys. I think I don't appreciate when people are misleading. So when you were asking about, has a woman shown up and been better? I feel there's so much misleading on the social media and stuff. It's rare that they show up and they're better. They would maybe be equal to what you were thinking. Or like she had said, some people look better in picture, some are better in person. I feel like I'm a better in person. But one time I met this girl for a date, and it was a holiday, and I was just like, hey, you know, what did you do today? And she was like, well, I went golfing with somebody. And she didn't say a friend. She said somebody. And I'm very analytical. So unfortunately, I'm sitting there like, that's a really odd choice of words. I go, somebody, huh? I go, so it's your second date today? And she's like, well, I mean, he likes me, but I'm not really into him. And I go, listen, I said, I'm not going to even waste our time. And I said, I put money down for the drinks. I said, have a good one. She's sitting there with her jaw dropped, and she's like, kind of went into victim mode. Like she was the victim. I'm like, listen, you chose a really weird word so I just said, I'm not going to even be comfortable. So
telling you, these old blokes in bars are just killing things for everybody.
I just got up and I left.
That's fair. That's fair.
I felt bad, but I mean,
you don't like golf, right?
I don't like golf either. No.
Oh, that was the
no, I like golf school. I don't golf, but yeah, I don't have a problem with golf. But
do you golf? No, my accountant does.
I'm part
Huge
Scottish.
ass, great golfer.
I have to like golf.
There he goes. Adam Sandler was brought up again.
Adam Sandler makes.
I mean, I did feel bad, but I
episode.
just was like,
no, I think that's fair.
I'm not going to waste 2 hours of her night and know that I'm out already and I'm not comfortable. And
do you have a type? It doesn't have to just be looks. Like maybe like, I don't know, some type.
I like more traditional values where we appreciate each other's like gender roles. You can't say that now because people think that you're being emasculating.
Yeah, I thought you said genitals there for a minute.
Genitals, yeah, I like that we both have those. But my brother's a PhD in psychology and his wife is too, and they have this really good marriage. And I go, what's the secret? And they go, gender roles, 100%. They go, all of our studies, everything, 100%. And it's not one person's better than the other. It's just women really are good at things that we're not, and vice versa. And if you embrace that, it's more successful.
I'm good at everything though, right?
Take it easy, Ann.
I should stop yelling at you about changing tires and be better at that.
Get out there and try to race, woman.
The generals are Lindsay changes the tires and changes the car.
Like a man cannot make a house a home. We cannot. It's just like, you know, a lot of, you walk in a man's house, you're like, there's no artwork.
Looks like a 15 by 15 shipping container.
Right. You know, it's like, but a woman can make it obviously more homey and stuff. There's just different
I'm really
things.
good at buying candles.
Yep.
Right?
There you go.
Sayings,
your house is
sayings on the
smell
wall
amazing
quotes.
Yep.
The family makes this a home.
So, Stephanie, how would you feel if you go to his house and his dishes are paper plates and he has solo cups?
That's
Less cleaning for me to do.
Yes.
No, that's
Less
not
cleaning
what
for me to do.
I'm referring to Love is Blind. That happened on Love is Blind. And she was mortified. She was like, this is an absolute deal breaker.
I
feel like
remember
woman
that.
was impossible to please.
And then he told her that his credit score dropped.
2 days ago, and I'm like, I don't think anyone's making this girl happy. Yeah.
So, any questions, either of you, for each other?
Zach.
Do you want me to go first? Okay.
Yeah.
Do you like to fish?
I do. So I made a mental note of a funny story because if y'all cannot tell, I love telling stories. I love to make people laugh. If you can't laugh with me or at me, then it's not going to be worth my time, I'll be honest. And when you were mentioning, and I asked about the fish, and the reason I asked what kind of fish y'all have out here is because the first fish I ever caught on my own was a largemouth bass. It was about 7 pounds. And I was about...
That's a big fish.
Yeah. I was maybe 4 or 5 years old. I was on my dad's bass boat. We were at West Point Lake in Georgia. And, I'm at the front of the boat, just, casting. I'm a little Barbie reel doing my thing. And I'm like, oh, Dad, I have a fish. And he's like, And I'm like, okay, like, what do I do? I have a fish. And he didn't believe me, right? I'm a 4 or 5 year old with a little $5 rod from Walmart. And I'm like,
still sell that rod. It's $19.99 now, by the way.
Oh, good gosh. Inflation. But no, and he turns around. Oh my God. He comes running over there and he has to help me get it up into the boat. And it ended up being like a 6 or 7 pound largemouth bass. My memory told me it was a big goldfish, but apparently it was a largemouth bass.
Sounds like a fisherman's story.
Yes.
The record in the
Easy Moby
U.S.,
Dick.
the record bass is from Georgia.
Yes.
Actually.
That doesn't surprise me at all.
26 pound. My nephew's the next quarterback at University of Georgia. So
Okay.
I know a little bit about Georgia. Yeah.
That's where my
They have
brother
good
went to
fishing
school.
there.
You can literally stick your fist in the mouth of a 4 pound largemouth
The
bass.
last year, yeah.
Yeah,
It gets huge. Yes.
My wife's a real sicko. I'm sorry. She has a dirty mind.
Be
I
inside out
apologize.
We've all need a little clarification, especially me. I'm with the blindfold on.
So, Stephanie, are you ready for the wing ceremony? Do you know which co-pilot you're going to pick to take out on a date?
Did you need a recap? Questions?
Yes,
You
Recap.
know.
I'm handing you the wings. I'm not stabbing.
I have a real wing.
So, Jesse, want to give a recap of the 3 studs?
I feel like
I'm gonna
I
let the
felt like
ladies.
your recap was creepy, Lindsay. You do a
fine.
recap, like
So
the
we have-
strong-armed muscles.
Zach here, the former firefighter who now owns an IV clinic, who has a 9-year-old daughter that he's very close to, and he teaches jiu-jitsu from Hawaii. Then we have Ryan, who loves to laugh, who's super goofy, he's the Funkle,
Construction guy.
home builder. And then we have Rob, the Southwest pilot, who has a place in like 6
Every
different
country.
places.
Boom.
And who is constantly traveling and vacationing. You pick.
Oh gosh.
No pressure.
So stressful right now.
Talk it through. What are you thinking?
Yeah, what are you thinking? Tell us.
What am I? Oh gosh, I got to say my thoughts out loud. Normally I think out loud, but for once I'm
To play
not.
through, like, hey, I kind of like this. I kind of like this.
At least I'm blindfolded, so I can't see y'all's reactions, I guess. Well, it's really hard because all 3 of you, there's a lot of very relatable things from, myself, my family background. Zach, for example, my brother is huge in jiu-jitsu. He went to Worlds as a blue belt before he was even 16. So if you know jiu-jitsu, which you do, that's a big thing. And then we go back over here. We've got Ryan. He's really big on his family. He likes to be the Funkle. I have 2 godsons myself that I'm flying home to see to celebrate, his 3rd birthday. I haven't even met him yet. And his big brother, Bowen. So I'm really family oriented. And then it was Ryan, and then it was Rob. And then Rob, he loves to travel. I love to travel. And I'm always down to pack a bag, catch a flight the next day. So this is not easy. And
you have 10 seconds.
oh my God, I have to make up my mind. Okay, so
Go with your gut.
Be a lifetime decision too.
I just realized you have
good
no
thing
shoes
there's
on.
no rings. Well,
Have
okay,
you
I'm
had your
sorry.
shoes off the whole. I like it. I like that
She's
you have
from
your shoes
Georgia,
off. Yeah.
Ann.
So,
What do you want?
so sorry about that. But yes, I brought. Anyways, 10 seconds. Ryan.
Woo! Ryan!
whoa,
Will you
hold on.
accept his wings?
Yes.
Her wings.
Yeah, you have to say if you'll accept it.
Oh, Ryan, will you accept my wings?
Get in that mic.
Yes,
Will
I
you?
accept.
Okay.
You can take your mask off.
You can take her. You get to meet all the
It's gonna
boys.
take her a few seconds for her eyes to adjust.
Will you just make sure my makeup's not everywhere? Because I never do my makeup anyway.
It's not.
Thank
it's
you.
Not how you would like it to be, maybe.
Oh wow, I look so sad.
We haven't had any girls with the blindfolds on, so the mascara gets like stuck.
We're gonna have
under your eyes.
We're gonna have to get a welding mask for all the girls to wear. So it's not on their face.
Down.
So tune in next week to meet the next set of singles we will have on the show and see if love
I swear.
is in the air. Oh. And if you want to be featured on the show or are interested in any of our singles on the show, visit flyingsoloaz.com and follow us on social media, Flying Solo AZ.
Thanks for flying with us. We are clear to land.
Bingo.
Jeez.